Hours after Gabon's election commission announced that President Ali Bongo Ondimba had been elected to a third term, a group of Gabonese military officers from the Allied Presidential Guard seized power and placed the president under arrest at his palace. Later that day, the officers declared General Brice Oligui Nguema as chairman of the transition. While the election itself had been marred by reports of irregularities, the officers' coup marks the latest in a long line of recent military takeovers across the African continent that have jeopardized regional stability and security. The situation remains tenuous, but it appears that the officers are consolidating their control over the country. If they do wrest full control away from President Ali Bongo, they will end more than 5 decades of his family's dynastic rule in Gabon. But what the coup leaders intend to do once they've cemented themselves in power remains unclear, with unspecified plans for a transition circulating amid international condemnations and demands for a return to civilian rule. Well, who is behind the coup attempt? The military officers who carried out the coup have established what they call Committee for the Transition and Restoration of Institutions CTRI. In a video address shortly afterward, the military officers also cancelled the election results, suspended all government institutions, and closed the country's borders. General Brice Oligui Nguema, the leader of the group, was then announced as the new leader of the country's transition. Nguema has headed Gabon's Republican Guard, an allied force responsible for protecting the president and other senior figures since 2019. Gunfire was heard near the palace shortly after the announcement. The president appeared in a video later in the day asking his supporters to, quote, make noise. The country, including the capital Libreville, appears calm at the moment, with the military junta consolidating their control and some citizens expressing support for the coup. The military has announced a curfew and has reinstated foreign media outlets that were banned by President Bongo's government during the recent election. President Ali Bongo Ondimba's father, Omar Bongo, ruled Gabon from 1967 until his death in 2009, with Ali Bongo elected to succeed his father the same year. That 2009 election, Ali Bongo's re-election in 2016, and his most recent re-election this month were all marred by significant irregularities. In the most recent election, major opposition parties united behind a single opposition candidate, a former education minister whose name is Albert Ondo Osa, who officially won 31% of the votes. Opposition parties sharply criticized the government for modifying the electoral rules in the month prior to the election and limiting the free flow of information by cutting major internet service providers in the days around. Although Gabonese citizens express strong support for democracy, a large majority of them do not believe that elections allow voters to remove leaders who do not meet their expectations. In addition to their frustrations over unfair elections and dynastic rule, Gabonese experience widespread poverty despite the country's significant natural resources in timber, oil, and manganese that give Gabon the second highest per capita GDP in mainland sub-Saharan Africa. Since the president and his inner circle have historically enriched themselves through their access to power, however, it is likely that the military junta will continue to do the same at the expense of ordinary citizens.